of unit number 1. Chapter 2, Stopping by Woods on a Snowing Evening. Stopping by Woods on a Snowing Evening. It's a poem name. Okay, now in the first unit we have done our story prose writing and this is our poem. So what is the difference between prose and poem? There are different kinds of writing in literature. So in prose is the ordinary form of written language. Normally everyday speech is spoken in prose and most people think and write in prose form. And in the contrary, a poem is a collection of spoken words that expresses ideas or emotion in a powerful imaginative style. Lines and stanzas can be found in a poetry form. Okay, student, this poem is written by Robert Lee Frost. This poem is written by Robert Lee Frost. So the poet Robert Lee Frost was born in San Francisco. He was a poet, a teacher, and also a farmer. He won 2 prizes for his poetry. Okay, now we are starting our reading. Whose words these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. Okay, these are the rhyming words. No, do, snow, having same sounds. These are the rhyming words. We usually use rhyming words in our poems. Next stanza, my little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. So here queer and near is the rhyming words. Queer means strange. Next stanza, he gives his harness bell a shake. Harness is a leather straps and bells used to control a horse. Like you can see this leather straps. Okay, you can see in this picture. To ask if there is some mistake, the only other sounds the sweep of east wind and dawny flake. Next stanza, last one. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Okay, this poem is one of the Robert Frost's finest poems. It was written in 1922 and was published in 1923 in his volume New Hemisphere. Okay, this poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening has 4 stanzas basically. Stanzas of 4 lines each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is one stanza. And each stanza has 4 lines. In each stanza, the first, second and fourth line rhyme, but the third line doesn't. Okay? No, though and snow. In 3 lines, these are the rhymings. Actually, the poem looks very simple in its use of language and use in the subject matter. But what strikes us most is the use of special form and rhyme scheme to express the theme so fluently. In this poem, the poet basically is a bit relaxed, thinking that the owner of woods live in the village and so he won't see the narrator stopping here. Therefore, he can continue watching the natural beauty of his snow-covered woods. Whose woods these are, I think I know. So in this poem, poet is know about the woods owner. And in the second stanza, my little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. In the second stanza, the narrator of the poem says that his dear horse, whom he is using as his carriage, must think it strange to stop here between the woods and the frozen lake in a dark evening. As he normally stopped near a farmhouse, the poet called his horse my little horse. So maybe it is very dear to him, or maybe the horse is a little one, in a sense that he is saying my little horse to his horse. In this line, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year, the poet expresses that the weather is cold enough to freeze a lake. The expression darkest evening. Darker evening can suggest several things. Maybe the poet was very depressed due to his long journey or the cold weather. Otherwise, it may also refer to the longest night of the year, the night with the most hours of darkness. In that case, it is 21st or 22nd December when the winter occurs in the northern hemisphere. So maybe the word darkest evening represent the longest day of the year. Okay, in the third stanza, he gives his harness bell a shake to ask if there is something mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and drawing flake. In this stanza, basically the horse is shaking its head, ringing the bell attached to its harness, as if he is asking his master whether there is any problem, as it is unusual for him to stop by the woods in the darkness. And the important thing in this stanza of poem is about stopping by woods on a snowy evening is sound imageries. There is only 3 sounds: the sound of harness bell, light wind and snowflaking. Okay? There is 3 sounds we have mentioned in this poem. And in the last stanza, the woods are lovely, dark and deep. In the last stanza, the poet described the woods using 3 adjectives: lovely, dark and deep. This indicates that he is enjoying the scene and wants to do so for long, but he has other responsibilities in life. He has to go a long way before he sleeps, so he cannot get the enjoyment for long. He has to move on. He has the important thing here that the poet repeats the last line to attract the attention of the readers. In the very last line, sleep may refer to death. In our real life, we have many things to look at or many things to enjoy, but in the most cases, we cannot simply, because we have other things to do in our short lifespan. So we have to move on. Again, he is capturing the attention by these lines: and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Before the death, we can enjoy different things, but we can't stuck on one thing. We have to move on gradually in our lives. So basically, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening is a poem which reflect and observe the nature, and we are talking about the death and the darkness of our lives. Okay student, we have read this poem. Now I will ask you some questions for your checking your understanding of this poem. To whom did the wood belong? The woods belongs to a man who lives in the village. Did the rider see a farmhouse? No, rider didn't see the farmhouse. During which season or month do you think this event took place? Give a reason for your answer. Okay. Winter, it is snowy. The darkest evening of the year could be a reference to the longest night of the year, winter or December. Solstice in the north hemisphere is usually the 21st and 22nd of December. Okay, next question is, what mood or atmosphere does this poem creates? Okay, this poem creates mystery, mysterious, raises questions, thoughtful, quiet, the snow and being alone. All these things are we have discussed in this poem. Why do you think the rider stopped by the woods? The rider stops by the wood to watch them fill up with snow. Okay, the next question is, why was the horse puzzled? The horse was puzzled because they had stopped in the woods without a farmhouse near on the darkest evening of the year. Where do you think the rider was going? He was going very far away. Okay, now there are some other questions also. Activity number 3. Answer the following question with reference to the context. He gives his harness bell a shake to ask if there is something mistake. They have given us these 2 lines and then we have to answer about these lines. Okay. Who is the he? The poet is speaking about. The poet is speaking about the horse. The poet is speaking about the horse. Next is, what is a harness? The ladder, straps and belts used to control a horse. The third one is, what is the possible mistake? The horse was wondering why the man had stopped by the woods. Had he become lost? Had he forgotten to head for home? Okay, students, that's it for today. We have done our reading and comprehension of unit number 1, chapter number 2, poem. So that's it. I'll share the diaries and respective pictures of all these things also with you in our WhatsApp group. So stay tuned. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.